Last home match of the regular season, still just 3 points from that playoff line, mathematically alive to get yourself in that 9th spot, and the New York Red Bulls come rumbling into Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Fryhofer. This is your AT&T Countdown to Kickoff. The Five Stripes are still alive. You must get 3 points in this match and depend on other results in the table of sides that are above you to classify.
Yeah, it's really complicated at this point with the loss on Wednesday. You are still alive. Toronto holds a lot of cards on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. They host Miami. If they win, you can't catch them because of the first tiebreaker being wins. They would get to 40 points and they would have that tiebreaker. The maximum number of points Atlanta can get now is 40. Montreal's also on 40, but Montreal's goal differential is not that great. Atlanta's is much better. It's crazy, Atlanta United being where they are with a goal differential that is pretty close to zero. It's one of those kinds of years. You have to go and you have to win these last 2 games. And that's the situation that you're in now after, look, a frustrating performance on Wednesday night, one that ultimately wasn't good enough. We talked about Montreal. We talked about how good they were and how this is not the Montreal that is their overall record. This is a different Montreal with Caden Clark, with Shaquille Marshall-Rutty, with Laurent Courtois having all the weapons that he does. You're kind of dealing with the same thing today with the New York Red Bulls because Emil Forsberg is back into this team. And that was a group that without Forsberg won 2 games since his last start. Well, what happens on Wednesday? He comes back into the starting lineup and they go to Toronto and wreck shop.
Their number 10, Forsberg, back with the captain's armband. He got a penalty finish in that match. There were 4 different goal scorers. John Tolkien, the left back, found a finish. Lewis Morgan, the midfielder, and then Elias Manuel, the striker who came on late in that match. Jason, the Five Stripes got a 2-2 finish on the road against them. How do we flip that and get 3 at home?
Yeah, it's a tightrope to walk on Saturday because now knowing the situation, draws aren't enough. You have to win these games, so you have to be maybe a little more aggressive in moments. It doesn't mean you play all-out offense from minute 1, and you can't do that against the New York Red Bulls. This is a team that thrives off the ball. They want you to get overextended, they want to turn you over, and they want to then counter. So you have to be careful with that. But again, you have to win. So how you walk that tightrope is going to be fascinating. We know that there's no Brooks Lennon in this match either. I don't know how that's going to get sorted out, knowing what the Red Bulls have now with Forsberg back in the lineup. Does that mean you potentially go to a line of 5 that can turn into 3 when the wingbacks go? Ronald Hernandez has been back with the group for a little while now. He can slot in for Lennon if you want to keep the same shape. But you need fresh legs coming off of a Wednesday game. You need aggressive play to get on top of this game early and not have to sweat as much. And look, you need to finish. You need those goals. You need more moments from Daniel Rios, which I thought was a great header. You need more of that in this match to try to turn it against Red Bulls, hopefully in the first half.
3 points and you're live in the playoff race. This one kicks off at 7:30 through the MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. Mike Conti and Jason Longshore will have your call on 92.9 The Game, where you can also find that audio option on Apple TV.
You can listen on the Odyssey app as well. Pre-game coverage, the Five Stripes Countdown will start at 6:30 with Abe Gordon and Madison Cruz from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and then we'll take over at 7:40 for kickoff in a must-win match.
That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Fryhofer. This has been your AT&T Countdown to Kickoff. 17s, we'll see you tonight.